take orders for fruit and veg a week in advance. So it's just a set price of £6, and then we take all the money that we've collected and we place an order with the local organic wholesaler, and the following Tuesday we go there, we hire a van and go and pick up all the trays of vegetables, the sacks of potatoes and everything else, and we take them all back to the campus.
I got involved in the Vegetable Bag Co-operative because I saw advertisements around the university, and I'd also seen the vegetable bags themselves when people used to pick them up at the Shared Planet Cafe, and they looked really delicious. So I thought it would be good to get some vegetables.
I started off driving the van on a Tuesday morning to pick up the veg, and it's kind of spiraled from there. It's such a good scheme. I just wanted to help out more and more with it, and really make really good friends amongst the people in the veg bag, that once you start doing something you want to help out in lots of different ways. So I've put in the orders some weeks. I've been around putting vegetables into the bags. I've been doing the accounts since September for the veg bag as well, and dealing with the money side of things.
At first I just thought I was getting some good value organic vegetables, but then I realised that it's so much different than going into a big supermarket and walking through the cold aisles. It was just, I suppose, meeting people, that whole sense of community.
Our volunteers come and we set out the bags on the stage in the Students' Association, and we start dividing all the bags and trays of produce that we've got between each of the people who's ordered for that week, and then people come pick up their fruit and veg bags. Don't know what they're getting, but it adds to the excitement of it, I suppose.
When I found out that the vegetables came from just down the road, it made me feel really good just to eat them as well. So of course I learned how to cook the vegetables. Sometimes you meet people who don't even know what the vegetables are, so you can exchange ideas and talk about growing vegetables yourself. And if people down the road can do it, then why can't we do it like in our own back garden? So you meet people who do that as well, just here at the university. So.
Yeah, it's made people be a lot more inventive in cooking, and help people to learn to cook more. And so it's really stemmed a lot of other projects. Now we're doing cookery workshops through that as well, and the produce also supplies the local fair trade cafe as well.
I hadn't really thought about how eating meat could be bad for the environment. I just hadn't considered it in that way before meeting people who were involved in the Vegetable Bag Co-operative, who kind of mentioned that that eating meat is less sustainable than eating vegetables. So that kind of made me enjoy the vegetables even more, and it's definitely changed my eating habits. And now I always, even if I do have to go to the shop for vegetables, then I'll definitely look for organic, local as a first choice, even if it costs a little bit more.
It's a lot cheaper than the supermarket because we buy it all wholesale, because it's all run by volunteers, it's a cooperative, there's no profit involved, and yeah, initially I think the thing that attracts people is the price, and there's also not a really easy source in Aberdeen to get fresh produce. I don't think there's a grocery in Aberdeen. You have to go to the supermarket to get fruit and veg, and so there's a big demand for this in Aberdeen, and we just fill that gap very nicely.
I guess we're lucky here. The great thing about it, if you're in this university and you want to get involved in the veg bag, you can really just come and get get some vegetables and get involved. It's very easy.
We've just been going for a number of years now, and it's been seen to work, and it's growing, it's expanding, and it's not just some student venture that's been trialled and it's only going to last while the current students are around, and when they go away after their 4-year course it might fall apart. It's proven to last longer than a 4-year length of someone's course. There's a lot more interested than just one person driving the scheme, and now we're getting more well known in the community, and members of staff are starting to use the scheme. They're telling their friends about it. There's people from outside in the community starting to use the scheme, and we're starting to be invited to local talks, local displays and things like that. And so other organisations are starting to hear about us as well and promoting us through their organisations. And recently a big housing development in Aberdeen, Cornerstone Housing, which is provides social housing, contacted us and asked if we could start to provide veg bags for all their members of staff, and it's just spreading quite rapidly as more people start to hear about it.
If the students here can do it, I don't see why other people can't.
Grown very organically.